Hi everyone, welcome back to my session. In today's video, we are going to cover one of the most important concept in number system. It's all about reminders. So if you guys are preparing for any government examinations or placement examinations, definitely you will get one model from the reminders concept. So one of the most important one, don't worry, we will discuss both concept and different examples to understand this concept. And if you guys are new to our channel, just subscribe and share this information with the maximum number of people who are preparing for the different competitive examinations. Definitely our content will help your preparation, guys. And the number system is one of the most important topic in quantitative aptitude. If you guys are preparing for SSC, banking, placement, even it is a UPSC CSAT or CAT GRE. So definitely you can find few different examples from this concept. In every video, we will discuss detailed information. If you have any questions, feel free to reach us, and you can reach me through Instagram or Telegram or WhatsApp. We're always there for you guys. And this is my Insta page. You can scan this QR code and you can follow our pages. If you have any questions, you can drop a text. We will take your questions, guys. So kindly like our video. If you like our video, it reaches to the maximum number of people also. So kindly support our channel. So we will start with the first one. Guys, we know that, see, if you consider 7 is divided by 3, we are going to solve concept of remainder, right? If 7 is divided by 3, what is the remainder? Can anyone please? If 7 is divided by 3, what is the remainder? Remainder is all about left value. So how much remainder it is? If 7 is divided by 3. Now, as you know that if 3 into 2 is 6, if you add 1, then it becomes 7. Now, what about this one? So 1 is the remainder. If 7 is divided by 3, then 1 is the remainder. So what about the terminologies we are going to use? See, 7 is all about dividend. So 7 is dividend. Here 3 we called as divisor. Now 2 is all about quotient. It's a quotient. Now here 1 is all about a remainder. And you know this conversion, guys. See, dividend is all about. Dividend is all about. Divisor is multiplied with quotient plus remainder. Is it clear? See, you can expect some theoretical questions regarding these formula. See, what about the dividend? Dividend is exactly equal to the divisor is multiplied with the quotient plus remainder. Let me help you out with the question. So this is one of the previous year question. Now see the question. In a division, the divisor is 4 times the quotient and 3 times the remainder. And they already given, if remainder is 4, then what about the dividend? Can anyone? Please let me know in the comments. See, you know the formula here. Dividend is all about divisor is multiplied with quotient plus remainder. So if you know, then you can directly substitute the values. Here they clearly mention that remainder is 4. Here the information you should understand in this way. The divisor, they are talking about divisor. Divisor is 4 times the quotient. So divisor is compared with the quotient, which is exactly 4 times. So end means again they are talking about divisor itself. Now divisor is 4 times the quotient, divisor is 3 times the remainder. 3 times the remainder, it means you know that remainder is 4. 3 times the remainder means here the divisor is 12. Now we have again information. Divisor is 4 times the quotient. If divisor is 4 times the quotient, so here the quotient is 3. Check once again. If remainder is 4, yes, value is already given. Here divisor is 3 times the 4. 3 times the 4 is 12. And the divisor is 4 times the quotient. It means 12 is divided by 4, then it becomes 3. Now what about the final dividend? 36 plus 4 is equal to 40. Is it clear? This is all about the model number 1. So you should know this form. Dividend is all about divisor is multiplied with the quotient plus remainder. If you know this one, you can able to answer this kind of questions. So is it clear? Please let me know in the comments. And this is very basic one. Is it clear? Please let me. Let's go for the second one. See, understand this concept, guys. Here, let's take this information. If 48 is divided by 7, can anyone tell me that what is the remainder? And remember this point, guys. Any remainder is always less than divisor. So in this question, if divisor is 7, your remainder must be less than 7. If you get more than 7, definitely it is a wrong answer. Remainders are always less than divisor values. Here the divisor is 7, definitely remainder is less than 7 itself. If 48 is divided by 7, what is the answer? Now see, if you consider quotient is 6, then the remainder is 6. But if you consider quotient is 7, so you can consider remainder is -1. There is a two different calculations you have to learn in this video. So one is positive remainder. Positive remainder is 6, negative remainder is -1. So understand this point. Positive remainder. Positive remainder is always less than divisor value. What about the negative? Guys, you can consider the negative remainder also. You can consider the negative remainder. If you consider the negative remainder, then you have to know this point. To convert negative remainder, to convert negative remainder to the positive remainder, to convert negative remainder is to the positive remainder, value which is added to the divisor. Value which is added to the divisor. It means, for example, if you consider -1 in your calculation, but you can't find negative values in the options, right? That's why here the conversion says that if you consider negative theory concept, then you have to add these value to the divisor value. If -1 is added to the divisor, then the value becomes 6. Don't worry, guys. If you know these two theories, you can able to answer. You can reduce the calculation. You can able to answer in an easy way. Let me help you out. If 102 is multiplied with 108 divided by 105, what is the general approach? We have to identify that what is the dividend. Dividend is all about product of 102 into 108. Now you will get one resultant, and that resultant should divide it by 105. The 105 is all about the divisor. What is the next step? You have to identify that what is the quotient. If you get the quotient, then you have to finally get the remainder. It's a lengthy calculation. But if you go through the concept of both positive and negative, you can able to minimize your calculation. Let me help you out. If 102 is divided by 105, it is exactly 3 units less. Means you can consider -3 is remainder. Same way, if 108 is divided by 105, here how many units are more? 3 units are more. So what about the remainder till now? If -3 is multiplied with a +3, then the remainder is -9. You cannot see any negative reminders in the option. That's why conversion says that whatever the negative reminder you will get, that is added to the divisor. If minus 1 is added to the 105, then the final remainder become 96. Is it clear? Don't worry, we will take one more example. 12 into 13 into 14 into 15 divided by, let's remove the 15. So let's 16, let's take 17 is divided by 5. What about the remainder? 12 into 13 into 14 into 16 into 17 is divided by 5. What about the remainder? Now see, if 12 is divided by 5, don't identify the total product value. It's a time waste. It's a 2 units more. If 13 is divided by 5, let us consider this is 2 units less. If 14 divided by 5, it is 1 unit less. If 16 is 1 unit more, 17 is again 2 units more. Finally, see, here we have positive, again negative, negative, positive, positive. So, final remainder is positive. So, negative is multiplied with another negative, then it becomes positive itself. Now, finally, 2 into 2, 4, 4 into 1, 4 into 1, and 4 into 2 is 8. So, 8 is not at all a remainder. I clearly mentioned that any remainder is always less than divisor. Now, if 8 is divided by 5, then the final remainder becomes 3 itself. Is it clear? Let's go for one more question. 71, 73, 75, 77, 79 is divided by 70. What is the remainder? 71, 73, 75, 77, and 79. If the entire resultant is divided by 17, what is the remainder? Razi, remember that in previous question 8 is not a remainder. If your divisor is 5, then remainder must be less than divisor. That's why again you have to divide it 8 by 5, then you will get the final value remainder is 3. Any answer for this question? Now, if you observe that 75 is exactly divided by 17. 17 into 5 is 75, right? Sorry, sorry. Sorry, give me a second. The entire number is divided by 17. Okay, let's go for the calculation here. 75 is not divided by 17. It's divided by nearest value. Now see, 17 into 4. So 4 tens 40, 7 fours 32, then the resultant becomes 72, right? So here you will get minus 1 remainder. Here you will get plus 2 remainder. Here you will get plus 3 remainder. Here you will get 77 means again it is 5 units. Again it is exactly 7 units. Go for one more multiplication. 7 into 5 is 35. 3 into 2 is 6. Again divided by 17. Let's go through the calculation. Again 17 into 2. 17 into 2 is all about 34. Again you will get positive remainder is 1. So 1 into 6. So you can continue this calculation until you will get remainder must be less than 17. So answer is 6. Is it clear? Again 6 is divided by 17, still the resultant must be a 6. 81, 83, 85, 87, 89 divided by 70. Let's go for one more question. You guys tell me what can be the resultant now. 81, 83, 85, 87 and 89 is divided by 17. What is the remainder? Guys, understand the concept. Once you understand, you can able to answer any questions related for this kind of models. Now, if you observe that 85 is exactly divided by 17. 17 into 5 is 85. So there is a no remainder. Then forget about the remaining calculation, guys. If 0 is multiplied with any other reminders, then the final answer must be 0. 17 into 5 is 85. If you get 0 remainder. If 0 is multiplied with any other numbers, remainder must be 0. Clear? Clear this model? Let's go for the next one. Model number 3. It's all about the powers. It's all about the powers. 2 power 43 is divided by 3. Till now we know the product values, but if it is the power value, how we are going to solve? Understand this model. If 2 power 43 is all about, 2 is repeated. 2 is repeated how many times here? 43 times. If 2 is repeated 43 times. Now, each and every 2 is divided by 3. You have to verify whether it is divided by 3 or not. If 2 is divided by 3, you will get remainder is minus 1. We are applying the concept of negative. If 2 is divided by 3, remainder is minus 1. 2 divided by 3, remainder is minus 1. 2 divided by 3, remainder is minus 1. And the minus 1 is repeated 43 times. Sorry. If minus 1 is repeated 43 times. You know that, see. If minus 1 whole power even is plus 1. If minus 1 whole power odd, resultant is minus 1. If you go through that, if you minus 1 whole power odd, then the final remainder is minus 1. But we can't see negative options. That's why if you want to convert any negative remainder to the positive, value is added to the denominator. If minus 1 plus 3, then the remainder is 2 itself. So please let me know in the comments. Is it clear? So let's go for one more model. 2 power 89 divided by 7. What about this? If 2 power 89 is divided by 7, what can be the remainder? Now guys, in the previous question, we can see that base number is 2 and the divisor is 3. It's a manageable. But 2 and 7, it's a difference of 5 units. How you are going to solve this kind of question? Now, you should verify in 2 cycles, can we get 7 or nearer to the 7? You know that, see, 2 power 1 is equal to 2. 2 square is equal to 4. 2 cube is equal to 8. Let's take this scenario. If 2 cube is 8, then 8 is nearer to the 7. Now, you have to use the third one. A power m whole power n is equal to a power mn. Second one, a power m into a power n is all about a power m plus n. Third one, if a power m into b power m, in third property bases are different with the same powers, then the value become ab whole power m. In the same way, if 2 power 89 can be split into 2 cube, now 3 become 89 is all about 29 times. So 3 into 29 is 87, not 2 square. We are not changing the resultant, we are changing the form. So we are changing the form of 2 power 89 into 2 cube whole power 29 into 2 square. Now you know that 2 cube is all about 8 power 29 into 2 square is divided by 7. Now as you know that, see, 8 power 29 is all about 8 is repeated 29 times. 8 is repeated 29 times. And every 8 is divided by 7. If each and every 8 is divided by 7, you will get remainder is 1. And that one remainder is repeated 29 times. That's why here the remainder is plus 1. Now here the value, you know that 2 square is equal to 4, right? If 4 is divided by 7, still remainder is 4 itself. So finally, 1 into 4, then the remainder is 4. Guys, is it clear? Please let me know in the comments. Is it clear? Next important, fourth one. Guys, observe this case here. A power n minus b power n. If a power n minus b power n, let's consider n is equal to even number. If n is equal to even number, remember that let us assuming that it is a square minus b square. A square minus b square is all about a plus b into a minus b. Let us assuming that n is equal to even number. If n is equal to even number, then the value become a plus b into a minus b. For example, a power 4 minus b power 4. Can we write this as a square plus b square? Again, a square minus b square. It means we can write in the form of a square plus b square into a plus b into a minus b. It means if a power n minus b power n, if n is a even number, it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. Is it clear? If a power n minus b power n, if n is a even number, it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. Is it clear? Let's go for this case number 2. If a power n minus b power n, let us consider n is equal to odd. Let us consider n is equal to odd. First case, a power 1 minus b power n, a b power 1. It means if a power n minus b power n, it is always divisible by a minus b. So let us consider another case, a cube minus b cube. What about a cube minus b cube? It's all about a minus b into a square plus AB plus B square. It means if A cube minus B cube is always divisible by A minus B. It means if A power n minus B power n, if n is an odd number, it is always divisible by A minus B. Let us understand this algebraic expression. So A minus B, first now see A square, A power 1, next one A power 0. If you go through the reverse one, B square, B power 1, B power 0. It's all positive values. It's all positive values. For example, sir, what is the form of A power 5 minus B power 5? Understand that A minus B is common. We already get one A value. If you want A power 5, we need A power 4, A cube, A square, A power 1, A power 0. Back to the same, B power 4, B cube, B square, B power 1, B power 0, and all the positive values. So in this way, you can remember the formula of A power 5 minus B power 5. But the point you should understand that, see, if A power n minus B power n, if n is an odd number, it is always divisible by A minus B. Guys, till now 2 points. If A power n, B power n, if n is odd, it is always divisible by A minus B. If n is even number, then it is always divisible by A plus B into A minus B. Is it clear? Is this theory clear? Please let me know in the comments. 2 points in these combinations. If A power n minus B power n, if n is even number, it is always divisible by sum of those two bases and difference of those two bases. If n is an odd number, if you consider n is an odd number, it is always divisible by A minus B. It means difference of those two numbers. Yeah. Let's understand the case number 3. If A power n plus B power n, let us consider A is odd number. Sorry, n is odd number. So what about this case? So A power 1 plus B power 1, it is always divisible by A plus B. What about A cube plus B cube? So here see A plus B into A square minus AB plus B square. For example, sir, how we are going to remember the formula of A power 5 plus B power 5? I will simplify easy way. A plus B. Next one, see, if you want the power of 4, we have A, right? We need A power 4. Next value, A cube. Next value, A square. A power 1, A power 0, B power 4, B cube, B square, B power 1, B power 0. Now it starts from positive, then again negative, again positive, again negative, again positive, and this is exact formula. Let me help you out with A power 7 plus B power 7, A plus B. Next one, A power 6 we needed, A power 5, A power 4, A power 3, A power 2, A power 1, A power 0. In the same way, B power B power 6, B power 5, B power 4, B cube, B square, B power 1, B power 0. It's a negative, positive, negative, positive, negative, positive. You can simplify, you will get A power 7 plus B power 7. But out of these 4 different conversions, you should understand this point. If A power n plus B power n, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by A plus B. It is always divisible by A plus B. Last case, if A power n plus B power n, if n is even number, so we cannot specify simply, guys. You have to go through the conversions only. We cannot say exactly if A power n plus B power n, it is always divisible by A plus B means it's a wrong. Don't say directly it is always divisible by A plus B. It is not possible. Why? Because we don't have any form For a square plus b square, we don't have any formulas for a power 4 plus b power 4. So three important informations. One is if a power n plus b power n, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by a plus b. Same way, if a power n minus b power n, if n is odd number, it is divisible by a minus b. If your n is even number, it is divisible by a plus b into a minus b. So is it clear? Is it clear the concept, guys? And this is all about the reminders. We will solve few examples. So is it clear whole concept? Shall we go for the questions now? Once you understand the concepts, guys, you can able to answer all these questions. It's easy for you. Doesn't matter it is a easy, medium or difficult. It's a pure concept. Once you are good at that concept, you can solve these questions. Let's go for this question. Please let me know in the comments what is the answer. If one of the factor 8 power 2k plus 5 power 2k where k is odd number. So what is the factor? It means that number, if k is odd number, what is the number which is exactly divided? 8 power 2k plus 5 power 2k. What is one of the factor? Please answer this question. If k is odd number, let us replace k is equal to 1. 8 square plus 5 square. 64 plus 25. So answer is 89. Try this question. If 127 power 97 plus 97 power 97 is divisible by 32. If it is divisible by 32, what can be the remainder? If you new to our channel, don't forget to subscribe and share this information with your friends. So I need your support. So definitely we will come up with more number of videos and questions for the further examinations. Now understand this concept here. Here the power values is same. So 97, you know that it's a odd. Let's go through this concept. A power n plus b power n. If n is odd number, I told you guys, if a power n plus b power n, if n is odd number, it is always, it is always divisible by, it is always divisible by a plus b. Let us consider this condition. 127 plus 97. Go through the further calculation. So 224. Now check with the 32. So if 224 divided by 32, 32 into 8, 8 into 2, 16, 8 into 3, 24. So let us go for the 7 times. 7 2s 14, 7 3s 21, 7 3s 21 plus 22. So it is exactly divided by 32. Remainder is 0. Remainder is 0 itself. So remember, this is an application. If a power n plus b power n, if n is odd number, then resultant is always divisible by a plus b. Try this question. What is the remainder when 27 power 27 minus 15 power 27 is divisible by 6? What is the remainder? Now see, a power n minus b power n. If n is odd number, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by a minus b. It is always divisible by a minus b. Now see, if 27 minus of 15, 27 minus of 15, what is the difference here? 12, right? If 12 is divided by 6, then what is the remainder? 0. If 12 is divided by 6, remainder is 0. If 27 power 27 minus 15 power 27 is divisible by 6, then the remainder is 0. If you want the procedure, I will help you out. For example, if 27 power 27 minus 15 power 27, now you have to divide it by 6. Now go through the next step here. So 27 is divided by 6. Now 6 fours 24. Then see 27 is repeated 27 times. Every 27 should divide it by 6. Now how much remainder every time you will get? Exactly 3. And the 3 is repeated how many times? 27 times divided by 6. Again, if again 15 is divided by 6, now 15 is repeated 27 times. If every 15 is divided by 6, remainder is 3 and the 3 is repeated 27 times. If you observe that, then the difference becomes 0. If you are interested, you can go for the manual approach. Otherwise, you can apply this concept. Go for it. Question number 4. What is the remainder? If 756 whole power 273, 412 power 273 is divided by 86. As you know that see, here power is odd number. If a power n minus b power n, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by a minus b. Now 756 minus 412. Find the difference. 4 units, 4 units, 3 units. 344, right? Now 344 is divided by 86. Let's find the coefficient. If 86 into 4, 6 into 4, 24, 8 into 4, 32, then 344. It means if 344 is exactly divided by 86, if it is exactly divided, no remainder is left. No remainder. Next, try to answer this question. Now see, here a power n minus b power n. Here n is even number. If n is even number, it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. It is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. It means 341 plus 156. 341 minus 156. Let's go through the sum here. If you go through the sum, it's a 497 is multiplied with the difference of 341 and 156 is 185. Now you have to verify it is exactly divided by 259 or it left with any remainder. You have to identify that. Again, just go through the split. 497. If 7 is multiplied with 105 times. 7 is multiplied with 105 times. 497. 7 sevens 49. Sorry. So it's 71 times. And 185, you can go through the 5 table. If 5 is multiplied with 37 divided by 259. Again, see, 7 into 37. 7 sevens 49 and the total resultant is 259 into 71 into 5 divided by 259. If 259 is divided by 259, remainder is 0. If 0 is multiplied with any other numbers, if 0 is multiplied with any other numbers, remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. Very good, Nanash, very good. Let's go through this question. If 5 power 70 plus 7 power 70 when it is divided by 37. I told you if n is even number, we can't solve directly. You have to convert it. But how you are going to convert? That's an important point in this question. You can split in this way. Convert the even power to the odd power. Let us consider 5 square whole power 35. 7 square whole power 35. I'm using this property. A power m into a power n. A power m whole power n is all about a power m. Now the numerator is all about 25 whole power 35 and 49 whole power 35. Again back to the a power n plus b power n. If n is odd number, it is always divisible by a plus b. It is always divisible by a plus b. Now 25 plus 49. Just verify it whether it is divisible by 37 or it left with any remainder. If you go through the sum, it's a 74 divided by 37. So here the remainder is 0. Remainder is 0. Clear? Next. Let's check with this question. If 5 power 2n minus 2 power 3n. So what about this expression? Let us consider n is equal to 1. So 5 square is 25, 2 cube is 8. So difference is 17. So what is the factor here? This number, if 5 power 2n minus 2 power 3n is always divisible by 17. It's easy one. Guys, and this is our WhatsApp channel, and we inform every regular updates into the WhatsApp and Telegram and Instagram. So kindly scan this QR code. You can follow us in the WhatsApp channel, guys. This is our channel, and you can scan the QR code by using the camera. You will get my channel directly, and you will get the notification, guys. Whenever we update anything, we will post it into the Instagram, Telegram, and WhatsApp. Just scan the QR code. Let's move to the next question. If 31 power 20 minus 1024, they clearly mention that it is not divisible by. It is not divisible by. Guys, understand this one. 31 power 20 resultant is odd number. You will get that resultant is odd number. And 1024 is even number. 1024 is even number. Let us consider one odd number. 3. It is a 3. And the even number is 2. 3 minus 2 resultant is 1. Means whenever if odd number minus even number, your resultant must be odd number only. Resultant must be odd number. But here the question, which is not divisible by? See, whatever the resultant is not divisible by even number. So directly you can choose the option 32. It is not divisible by 32. Otherwise, if you want to go through the simplification, 31 power 20 minus 2 power 10. Let us take this value. 31 power 20 can be written as 31 square whole power 10 minus 2 power 10. 31 square is all about 961 whole power 10 minus 2 power 10. Again, if a power n minus b power n, if n is even number, if a power n minus b power n, if n is even number, it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. It means 961 minus of 2. So how much of difference here? 959 is multiplied with 963. Let's go for here 9 into 1 0. So 9 into 107. So it means the resultant is divisible by 107. It is divisible by 9. Let's go through the simplification. 959, right? So 959. So you can check with so it's not divisible by 3 table, right? So you can go through that 7. So here 717. We have 25. 7377 means 959 is multiplied with 7 into 137 means whatever this resultant it is always divisible by 137 107 and 9 itself, but it is not divisible by 32. But if you do some smart work you can able to answer this kind of question. You know that this is the resultant of odd and it's a resultant of even, then the resultant must be odd. So odd number is always divisible by odd number. You never get even. So that's why it is not divisible by even option. Do some smart work. Now let's see this question. If 49 whole power 15 minus 1. Let us consider this is also 15. We are not changing the resultant. If a power n minus b power n, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by a minus b. Let us go for that. 49 minus 1. 49 minus 1 is all about 48. Let's check this option. We cannot find this option. So if you don't find any options, you have to go for the conversion, guys. So how we are going to convert this kind of questions is most important. Let us convert this. So this is all about 7 square. No, 7 square is 49. So 1 power 30, right? Okay, let's do one thing. 7 square whole power 15 can be taken as 7 power 30. Minus 1 power 30. Again see 7 plus 1, 7 minus 1 you cannot able to answer. Let us change. This is 7 cube whole power 10 minus 1 power 10. We are changing the form. We are not changing the resultant. So 7 power 30 is exactly equal to 7 cube whole power 10. Both are same. It's a 343 whole power 10 minus 1 power 10. Let us use this concept. 343 plus 1 and 343 minus 1. Why? Because a square minus b square is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. So it's a 344, it's a 342. Let's check this option which is divisible by which number. So here 4 8s 32, 4 8s 32, sorry 22 is not divisible by 342, right? Let's check with the 86, 19, 51 and 50. It's not divisible by 8 also. 342. If you check with the 342, it's a product value. So what is the product value of 342? If you go through that, 19 is multiplied with the 18. 19 into 18 is 340. Yeah, it's a 342. Again, 344 is all about 86 into 4. So 86 into 4 is 344. 19 into 18 is 342. It means, so 49 power 15 minus 1 is always divisible by 19 and 86. No, it's a 19 and 86. Ashwarya, understand that. See, sometimes we never get the answer. You have to change it. Change the form. With the help of the power concept, a power m whole power n is a power mn. According to the answers, you have to change it. Next. Guys, this is For you guys, 68 power n plus 1 is exactly divisible by 23. What about this n? They clearly mention that it is exactly divisible by 23 means there is a no remainder. If there is a no remainder, then what can be the n value? Is it a natural number or odd number or even number or only prime number? Try to answer after this session. On to the next question. Now see, if 167 power 2 power n, 103 2 power n, and you know that 2 power n is even number, right? If it is a even number, it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. 167 plus 103, 167 minus 103. So how much of difference here? 64 units. So if you go through the addition, it's at 270. Now the question, it is exactly divisible by. It is divisible by. You can't find the options. Let us change this. So 270 can be considered as 3 into 90. So this is all about 4 into 16. Let's find this value. So 16 into 3 is not possible. 4 into 9, you can't find the options, right? So if you can't find the options, then you can change again. 9 into, so 27 into 10. 9 into 3 is 27, right? Let's verify again. So 27 into 4, 7 4 24, 4 2 is 8. It is not possible again. So 7 4 is 28. So 108. If you go through the product, it is not possible. Again, you can't find the option. So 160, you can't find the option. Again, you can change it. So it's all about the conversion only. Let's convert these values. So again, it's a 9 into 3. So let us go for 16 into 9. 9 tens 90, 9 6 54. Yes, you can see the option 144. If you're good at these conversions. So 270 you can split as 9 into 3 into 10, 64 as 4 into 16. According to the options, if 9 is multiplied with the 16, 144. So 167 whole power 2n minus 103 whole power 2n is exactly divisible by 144. Guys, this is my Telegram channel. You can search V2V VK. If you search V2V VK, you can get my channel name as Vision to Victory. You can get all the content and the updates, daily updates we posted in the Telegram itself. And you can find this. This is my logo, and you can follow us. You can download the material also. Whenever I completed my live session, I will update entire PDF in my Telegram channel only. Next, observe this question: 20 power 2020, 16 power 2020, 3 power 2020 minus 1 power 2020. We are not changing the values. Remember that. It is always divisible by. It is always divisible by. Let's see that. 20 minus 3, 16 minus of 1. If 20 minus of 3 is 17, 16 minus 1 is 15, right? See, understand that. 20 power 2020 minus 3 power 2020 plus 16 power 2020 minus 1 power 2020. So this is all about a square minus b square. So why? Because 2020 is even number, no? So it is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. It is always divisible by a plus b into a minus b. If you observe the simplification, 17 is common. 23 plus 15. So 17, 23 plus 15 is 38. 38. Is it clear? Now it is divisible by. So it is divisible by. Let's verify the option. So if you verify the option here, so 7 into 8 is 56 now. It's not possible. So again, it's a 3 into 19. So 17 into 3. 17 into 3 is also not possible. So 17 into 38, 2 into 19. Let's see. 17 into 20 minus 1. 340 minus of 17. If you find the difference, 323. Yes, you can find the difference. Entire resultant is always divisible by 323. Next, 16 power 11, 17 power 11, 18 power 11, 19 power 11 divided by 70. Again, 16 plus 18, 17 plus 19. 16 plus 18. Or it's not okay. So this is a power n plus b power n. If n is odd number, it is always divisible by a plus b. Now you can use 16 plus 17. So 16 plus 17 and 18 plus 19. So some value here. So 16 plus 17 is exactly equal to, go through the sum here, 33. 19 plus 17 is 37. Some value is 70. If 70 is divided by 70, remainder is 0. If all the powers are same, add the base value which is divided by 17. If it is exactly divided by 7, you can consider 0 remainder. Next one, 1 power 23, 2 power 23, 3 power 23 plus 70 power 23 is divided by 71. You know that, see, 1 plus 70, 1 plus 70, again 2 plus 69. So 1 power n plus 70 power n, if n is odd number, it is always divisible by 71. It means if you go through the entire sum value, which is divisible by 71, then the remainder is 0. Next one, 5 power 2n minus 1. If n is any natural number, you can consider n is any natural means n is equal to 1, 2, 3, anything. You can replace. If n is a natural number, then how many natural numbers are exactly divisible by 5 power 2n minus 1? N consider 1. 5 square minus 1 is 24. Now find the factors. If how many factors for 24? 24 can be written as 2 cube into 3 power 1. Now 2 cube is all about 3 factors here. 3 power 1 is all about. See, it is divisible by 3 power 0, 3 power 1. 2 cube is divisible by 2 power 0, 2 power 1, 2 square and 2 cube. So total how many factors here? 8 factors. It's all about the today's number system concept. One of the most important, guys. If you understand the basic concept, then only you can answer these questions. Number system is one of the most important concept in quantitative aptitude. If you're preparing for SSC or any government examination like a UPSC, CT, for management related examinations like ZMAT or ZRE, definitely you can expect a questions from number system, including the placements. Yeah, just go through this video. I will upload this PDF in my Telegram channel. Just practice it. Still, if you have any questions, you can reach through either Telegram or Instagram or WhatsApp. So we will there for you guys always. So whenever you have any questions, kindly reach us. So you can check the links. You just scan these QR codes and follow our channels. And kindly share this information with your friends. Your little support is needed. So definitely we will come up with more number of videos in further sessions. Until the next session, have a nice day. Good night, guys.